Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Hey, today, one of the things we're going to do, we're going to be back out at Fort Scab, Tongaroga. We're going to use the Marbles Buoy machete. That's the only way I know to say it. High carbon steel, made by Machete in El Salvador. Wooden handles. This one is full tang construction. I also have another, just a regular Marbles machete that's going with us, and I'm going to use it. I think it's about a 12 to 18 inch blade, but I'll have the specs when we do the video. Before we get into that, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, I love you. You have a place here. Please know that. Just like this flag that flew in Afghanistan found a home here thanks to Donnie B all day. You have a home at Choir Boys Cutlery. You're welcome here. I can't do one single thing for you except raise awareness and tell you, hey man, I love you, I respect your service. I've never been in the military, don't pretend to be, okay? Hey, we back to blue over here. We support Leo. A lot of people don't. That's your choice. How do you do that, Scab? We don't break the damn law. And finally, if you're an addict, if you battled addiction like I have, you're welcome here. You have a place here. Now, we're not a woe is me channel and whining and all that shit. We want you to find a way, it may be to reach out and get professional help, but we want you to kick that stuff. Never quit quitting. Well, I've given you all the specs I can, all the layout I can, because I've loaded my truck up and we're ready to head to Fort Scab, Tongaroga, to where we're going to do some cutting things. And I can tell you, I took my grandson out there yesterday. He was not impressed at all. Little shit ass, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. I love him dearly, and after he worked on it for a couple hours, he seen the folly of his making fun of granddaddy's for it. I'm kidding. We had a good time, and he enjoyed it. So, without any further ado, let's see what this old girl can do now. So far, I don't know why I keep turning that damn side. I tell you this, Jim Buoy would have had one of these. It'd have been a little more, you know what I'm saying, a little flair. Ain't no telling what he could have done. Probably whipped them all at the Alamo. But hey, we're not here to rewrite history. Love y'all. God bless y'all. I'll see you out at the fort. Let's see what you got, son. Well, thank you, Scab. Here we are out at the fort. Listen, before we get into this too far, let me give you a couple dimensions. This medium machete that you see right there is about a 14-inch blade, 6-inch handle. Got about 12 inch of cutting surface on it, and just like every other product that I've tried from Marbles, it is sharp as shit. There ain't no doubt about it. Now, this is about as small as a machete as I would want to use, but it did get the job done. That's about a 2.5 inch diameter hackberry tree. It's an old junk tree, y'all know that, but it's what we're building the fort out of, because it starts from a weed and it serves no purpose. Now, as we go down and it gets bigger, we do go down about a 3 or 4 inch diameter. And this machete, and it's one of the Jungle series. I apologize for not having a specific name of it, but it handled it well. It handled all these tasks well. Now, the Buoy, which I've gotten a lot of questions on and a lot of comments on from Marbles, has about a 9 3/4 inch blade, 5-inch handle, with a 9.5 inch cutting surface. So not a lot smaller. Also, it's got a sharpened swedge, about 4 inches. So that thing is an absolute piercer. Again, it's thin, it's light, and it's fast. And we use both of them in this video. Now, you see old Scab out here, I got the machete stuck several times. It just shows you what kind of big bite it'll take. And both of them performed well. I would say this as far as either one of them purchasing wise goes. If you don't have a machete and you're on a budget, Marbles is probably a good way to look. If you're like Scab, I'd rather have something a little better quality. Well, I sure get that and I understand that. But I will tell you this, I beat the hell out of everything I've tried from them so far. No edge damage. I haven't had to go back and hone and do anything. They're walking good through there, son. Oh, nimbly bimbly. I did that on purpose to demonstrate the balance that I possess. So the other thing is, when you're in the woods, I've told you about peeing in holes. Don't do that. The other thing you want to do is if you cut something down, make sure you cut it all the way down to the damn ground. If not, you're going to be tiptoeing through the tulips out there, son. I fall about 14 times a day. Now, here I just took a minute to show y'all the sheaths. They're just straight up nylon sheaths. Some people like them, some people don't. It's strictly a matter of preference. They all come with a sharpening stone. You know, here's my thing on it. And I was thinking about it. It moves like a ninja, son. I amaze myself daily. Now, here's what I was going to say before I distracted myself with my superior hand motions there. If this was something you wanted to try, or if you got a kid and you want to get them their first machete, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I might recommend it, and I'll tell you why. You got a little sharpening stone there. You got a nylon sheath. Now, the machete's sharp as crap. I let my grandson use it. I was right there with him. But, here's the deal, guys. A lot of people get all worked up and, oh, you can't let a kid do this. That's how kids get hurt. Because the more you tell a kid he can't do something, the more they're going to do it when you're not around. So I took about 30 minutes, just instructed Caden, was right there with him. He had a quick and good respect for it. As soon as he seen how quick it could cut something, he was amazed, but he understood it could hurt him. So now he's a little young to have a starter machete. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you got a kid that's, wanting to get into knives, this might be a good option for you. Teach them how to use the sharpening stone, and just get out there with them. Because now, no matter what anybody thinks about marbles, yes, they're inexpensive. I'm not going to call them cheap because ain't one broke yet. Not one time. Now, I hadn't taken the stickers off of them. I should probably do that. But one thing I was going to show you here with the Buoy is this. Just some quick cleanup. Cleaned a lot of light brush work with it. And I used the swedge a lot. Chop with the swedge. All of it sharp, man. And let me say this too. Every now and then I'll jump out here and say some crap before I think about it. But I told y'all I got to be honest on the channel. That's the way we started out. That's the way we're going to finish up. I made a big to-do when I first bought these things about the handles. I haven't had to modify one handle. I haven't had one hot spot on one handle. And this is about the fourth. These are the fourth product that I've done. Now, I've got that shovel. What's an axe? It ain't no damn shovel. That we're going to try. I'm probably going to do the SP51 from Ontario next and give a little break on the marbles. But the shovel is razor sharp as well. And I got another. I've got two more products to try. I'll probably do them. I don't know that if I'll do them together, but the shovel and then kind of I don't even know what you'd call the thing. Again, it's another machete. It's half cleaver, half knife. It's crazy looking, but again, just super sharp. Now here you see I was using the swedge, and it's just, you see them pieces flying off of there, man. The swedge is as sharp as anything, and the swedge is 4 inches. Think about that now. A lot of pocket knives ain't that long, so that's a lot of cutting surface on this Buoy. It's called a jungle Buoy, and everybody's like, yeah, they're ugly. Well, they're $14. I don't know that one of them cost over $25. I really don't. So I mean, you're not paying for beauty, and most of the time you can buy you a can of strip off or something, spray it on there, strippies, whatever you call it. Get you some MEK, some methyl ethyl ketone. And son, it'll strip right off of there, and you can put what you want on it. I don't care. I like the orange and the red. A little flare out there. I may light them on fire and spin them around. I don't know. But here we go. I don't know if it's got to do with anything. Back to the video. I will get distracted quickly. I can't be anything but positive because the blade edges have held up. They really have. That's a big thing. I really thought, man, you're going to spend this $120. You're going to break every one of them, and you're going to be mad as hell. And I'm going to tell you, none of that's happened now. The shovel is full tang. The other knife I've got to test is not. These two machetes were full tang. Now. Here's a little thing right here. This is the technique that I use even when we were cutting them lines in the woods with the survey and stuff like that. Just clearing light shrubs. I like using the two-handed technique. I really do. Now, normally, that machete with the 14-inch blade is going to be my shortest one. I like having one short and then one about 24 inches. You just keep stuff off of you. And here in Florida, I've gone over it with you guys many, many times. There's vines, there's briars, there's moccasoons, there's rattlesnakes. There's all kind of stuff out there. So I like to have something with a little length on it. But I can tell y'all right here, if you just go back and you watch these marbles videos, hell, turn the volume off. I know that it just won't be the same experience without my melodious tones. But just really focus and watch. Now, there's some jackass out there that always wants to critique my style. Hey, son, listen to me. I'm going to cut it in twain. It don't matter if you're moving your wrist. I'm 300 and something pounds. I can swing. If I hit it with the back of it, it's going to break, son. Don't worry about what I'm doing out there. But go back, watch the video. That was just me venting. Go back, watch the videos, and watch how clean these things cut. And some genius will be like, well, scab is thin. No shit. You're kidding. It's thin with an edge. Imagine that. My point to you is, these are sharp machetes. Now, somebody's going to bring up cold steel. I swear to God. And I love cold steel. God knows I do. I got more of it than y'all do. I really do. At last count was over 80 pieces. Now I'm selling some of it up there at the treasure box. But my point to you is, cold steel ain't always the end-all, be-all in the knife world. And if it is, you need to expand your horizons. I'm just telling y'all. You can buy 3 of these for one cold, and I love cold steel. I've got the katana, I've got the war sword, I've got the gladius. I took a couple pictures today with my Swiss halberd that's made in Taiwan. You can't get more American than that, son. But my point to you is, I don't know that I've had any company across the board that was as sharp, knife for knife, piece of equipment for a piece of equipment as these marbles were. Now, having said that, I'll probably bust the next 3 I do, but these 4 have held up well. I think marbles would be a great starter for a young man wanting to get out in the woods. Again, because it's got a sharpness stone. That's one thing that I wished I would have learned earlier. Now, y'all see right here, both machetes are just kind of cruising. If I did have a problem, it's because vines are all up in them trees, and sometimes you get hung up, and sometimes it do take the wrong angle. I found with the shorter stuff, Kirk told me when I started like cutting line with the survey, he goes, man, you use some of these long machetes, you'll never want to go back. And it's true, because your longer stuff is a lot more forgiving. You do have to focus a little more with the shorter, but I've got no complaints. Y'all see, I just cleared out about 15 yards right there in no time flat. And it did a jam up job. Now, I feel led to say this. I am growing daily, and man, I'm so thankful to all the brothers in the blade who are constantly, I still ain't over watching the video on YouTube and somebody shouting out the channel or bringing up the channel or something like that, and I'm humbled and I'm blessed, and I thank every last one of y'all for subscribing and sticking with us. And guys, if you like the video, hit subscribe and hit like. It only takes a second. I appreciate it. Let's get that word out there about 22 veterans a day, son. That's something we got to scream from the mountaintops. Well, I love y'all. God bless y'all. My guy Mikey says it best. Everything's going to be all right. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son.